Yo, it's Gorilla Central out there. Get the fuck up. Juice heads everywhere.
I don't think that he's good for you. How do you know what's good for me? That's my opinion! Are you kidding me?
I swear to God, stop. Don't be
What are you
throw
doing?
the thing on me. I'll hurt you.
Welcome to BoobTube.
Hey girl, hey.
Hey girl, hey. It's another early morning record.
And I was late.
I know.
And I'm never late. I feel like, honestly, when I walked in, I asked Josh, I was like, is this, I don't know if Josh knows or not, so I'm not trying to start any rumors, but I'm like, is this what it feels like after, you know, you have a one night stand and you have to do the walk of shame? Because that's what it was feeling to me.
God. I remember one time I had a walk of shame and it was at 5 a.m. and I worked in like 3 hours. Oh my God. So I left and then I got a taxi back because Uber wasn't around. Back home, got changed, and then I got a taxi back to work, and I was hungover to the point of that hungover where you're just like, I can't move. Oh, I can't move.
No.
So I was like, to make myself look busy, I was like, my coworker was working the cash, and I was like just shuffling one movie cover over, and then I would just move it back to make it look like I was doing something.
And how long was that freaking shift? Did it feel like a decade?
So long. And I was like, I'm gonna hurl. So I mainly had myself around the staff bathroom, which was like right next to the comedy section, and I was like, I just reorganizing the comedy section. So,
oh shit.
God, that was one of my walk of shames.
This is why you always have one night stands in the privacy of your own home.
Yeah.
Or you be cool like Josh, and she comes and picks you up in her car and then drives you home after. I'm surprised I didn't get handed an ice cream. To be honest.
Good boy.
That is genius.
Yeah. Yeah, but do you know what? Getting into us. This is boob news. I'm Gabby.
Oh, boob news! Hey, Gabby.
Chyenne
Hi.
and Hannah.
Hi.
I kind of want to get into, because this has been burning my mind, because this...
I see the smoke coming out of your ears.
I know. The Jeff Bezos and Lauren...
Yes!
The freaking wedding. Here comes the bride.
So,
Jeff Bezos' bride.
Oh, God. Thank God that his ex-wife, doesn't have to deal with him anymore, because he seems like a complete and utter prick.
He's a fucking tool.
He is. Mm-hmm. He is. But I want a guess to see how much this wedding cost.
Oh, Lord have mercy. I could not eat. I'm going to say 1.6 billion.
Yeah, I was going to guess in the billions also.
You guys always overshoot.
Oh, okay.
$54 million.
Josh is the closest. 46.8 million. That's still a lot of money.
$46.8 million.
I know. That's probably what, in our sort of sense, it's probably $10 for Jeff Bezos. I wish 46 million.
I wish I just had even 0.8 million. 0.8.
0.8 million? So $800,000.
Sure.
Yeah.
No,
that would still be life-changing.
I don't know. Wait, that's 8. I don't know math. So
800,000.
It's too early to math.
Good. Good. But it's such an evil villain wedding, because the Trumps were there.
The Kardashians were there.
Were there.
Orlando Bloom was there.
I mean,
post Katy Perry divorce, he was there. Legolas, man, stay in your own lane. Go back to Mirkwood.
Do another Pirates of the Caribbean.
Please.
Ugh, no.
Please.
So
Go ahead.
I read an article about the best and worst dressed.
Okay, who was...
It was more of a listicle. My beef with this article is that it had some of the Kardashians in the best dressed and some of them in the worst dressed. But the thing was, they were all in, like, basically lingerie.
Yeah.
And, like, some of the ones in lingerie were in best dress, and then the ones that were in worst dress, like, the comment on their picture was that they were basically wearing lingerie. I'm like, yeah, so were half her sisters.
Yeah.
Like...
Okay, so with Lauren Sanchez, she was, when I saw glimpses of, like, the inauguration of Donald Trump, she was there, Jeff Bezos was there, of course, and Zuckerberg was there. So I'm always go for wear whatever you want. If you want to wear, like, a nice, like, lingerie top and a blazer, go for it. But I feel like going to the inauguration,
It's a weird choice. Yeah.
I feel like, I mean, wearing a old, like, I don't know, like, a nice, I don't know, first lady dress is what I call them. It's like the like the higher, like, boat neck dresses that, like, the sleeves go down to the...
Yeah, especially because, like, the Bezoses are basically playing politician at this point. Like,
yeah.
That photo, though, that you sent to the group chat of that outfit is great because Zuckerberg is just absolutely zeroing
staring
in
at her tits,
like lasers into.
He's
the
like
nips.
a little. So, Mark Zuckerberg went through, like, a whole, like, image revamp because now he looks like all those, like, curly head, like, mopped tools who are pro-Trump and, like, going, like, all women are sluts. But he also, the way that he looks now, he looks like a little boy, and he looks like a little boy who's first discovering his, like, love for women's tits, which is like, so he's staring at his mom's friend who has just happened to be wearing a little V-neck, and he's just like,
It wasn't even, like, that revealing either.
It wasn't.
And that's what I don't get.
Yeah. Oh, that was another thing on this article about the wedding, by the way, is one person, I can't remember who it was. It may have been Kris Jenner. But someone was, like, in a V-neck, and they were like, oh, it was showing a little too much cleavage. But it was, like, maybe there was an inch of cleavage showing. It was, like, a very normal V-neck.
As someone who got their tits when they were, like, 11, I couldn't wear V-necks to school. Like, even, like, if they wouldn't even plunge down, like, the minute it went, like, below my collarbone, it was, like, too distracting.
Yeah, I had a uniform, so that wasn't a problem.
Oh my
I also
God.
didn't finish developing until I was, like, 25.
Rich bitch. We are talking about...
I just had normal sized titties. And I hit puberty at a pretty normal age, so.
Yeah, no, I got murdered by
Damn.
puberty by when I was 11, and I actually had a teacher come up to me because I was wearing a, like, little, like, it wasn't revealing at all. Like, the line went up to, like, just above, like, just, like, say a couple, 2 inches below my collarbone, but because I had tits, and so the teacher just came up to me and was like, you know, that's not appropriate attire. And I was like, but I'm just wearing a t-shirt.
Bitch, you're just jealous I have bigger titties than you and I'm 11. Leave me alone.
Yeah.
Leave me alone.
Oh,
Yeah, that is,
wow.
like, one of the nice things about a uniform is that, like, they can't get after you for, like, dressing inappropriately. Although they can get after you if, like, they don't like the way your tie is tied or if, like, you're wearing the wrong shoes or something. But
Yeah.
not me, though. They were just glad when I showed up.
Oh my God. So I'm looking at her dress and you know what? It's fine, but maybe it's like, I don't know, the way that it's presented and the context of it, I'm just like, it's awful.
Yeah, so I can't take credit for this. Chelsea Devontes of Glamorous Trash did, like, a whole, like, photo essay on Instagram about it. But what Lauren Sanchez was doing with that dress and with her whole wedding look was Sophia Loren. So it's, like, the Sophia Loren wedding dress, and, like, she has clasped hands instead of a bouquet. And so, like, she's, like, trying to, like, do class. But then, like, if you zoom in, she's got a little bee charm pierced into her fingernail.
What?
Her fingernails are like an inch past her fingers, and she's got like a little
bee charm,
like a little like rhinestone charm with a bee on it, like a
bees?
letter B.
Save. Oh, I thought you meant like a buzzing bee. Like
No,
save
like,
the bees.
No, like
No.
Bezos.
Ugh.
I know. Girl, and I'm looking at this ring.
Ugh. Oh my god! Can y'all tell I haven't had my coffee because what?
Oh my god. It's
The bee.
I'm looking at, so they got married in Venice, okay? And there's massive protests for the right reason because it's
Yep.
it's Jeff Bezos and like renting out this whole thing. But anyways, so when you look at the pictures of the ceremony, you see this fugly gray carpet. And I am like, you couldn't have gone to a place that had nice, I don't know, terracotta, like, tiles or whatever, or...
Not the gray carpet.
No, it's giving, like, school auditorium. It's giving...
is.
No, it's giving Comfort Inn.
Oh,
Yes. It
the
is.
Super 8 motel. Let's go.
And there's also, I think, I'm looking at Glamour's trash podcast Instagram.
Oh my god, yeah. She did like 3 photo essays about it. You gotta look at them. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
And yeah, I know I bring up Glamorous Trash on this podcast a lot, but it's because I love them.
Yes. Also, there's like an image of her, like, Lauren Sanchez, and she's like standing in this like old Venetian room, and like right behind her are 2, my guess is like maids.
Yeah, they're
In the
in
back?
maid uniforms.
Yeah. And they're just like standing in the back, like, what the fuck is happening? And
There's a zoom in on them that's fantastic.
yes,
Just their expressions.
Oh my god.
I know. And I just,
Josh, cut out that stomach noise. Thank you.
yeah. I'm just like a little flabbergasted. Like, the idea of like spending $46 million and then having disgustingly gray carpet is insane to me. Like, where is that going to? Like, where is this money? Like,
Tile probably wasn't in the budget.
that would cost another $50 million.
Yeah, exactly.
And if little Jeffy Bezos just couldn't afford it.
Oh, he
Oh,
spent
no.
too much on the bee charm for
On the bee charm for
Yeah,
for
yeah. I said
Lauren's
rhinestone
nails.
because it looked like it, but maybe it was like platinum and diamond. Who knows?
Yeah.
Like,
if it,
My apologies.
but yeah, it was giving like teenage girls like initial necklace.
Weird.
yeah. So my favorite actress, Charlize Theron, she was like, she spoke up against the wedding, like a lot of people have, because it like the wedding also sparked anti-capitalist protests in Venice for right reason, because we are all drowning and the billionaires are okay. I know this isn't Politics of New America, but I have to say, like, with all these billionaires spending and spending and spending, and the world's on fire, and like housing markets are going up and everything is going up, and it's making it hard to really humanize these
We're
billionaires.
all just trying to have a good time, man. Like, holy,
know.
help us
I
out.
was watching like a reel or something this morning, and it was just like cut together clips from like the Democrats trying to get amendments onto the big beautiful bill, and they're like, you could do it like if we just did it so that, we did tax cuts for those making more than, or we got rid of the tax benefits for people making more than 10 million a year, and the GOP all vote no, and the no's have it. And then they have like another amendment, and they're like, you know, like we could, and it's all about like healthcare and stuff like that. Like, you know, like we could like protect people in nursing homes if we just, you know, got rid of the tax cuts for people making more than 100 million a year, and the GOP vote no. And then the next one is 500 million a year, and they're like, no.
Here, I'll help bring it back to boob news. You brought up Charlize Theron. There's an article recently where she goes in depth about her one night stand with a 26-year-old.
Oh.
Charlie.
Oh.
Wow. Okay. Anyways,
Shit.
yeah. You kind of silenced me for a second.
Gabby has no words?
I know.
What?
Okay, going back. So apparently Charlize Theron is banned from any future like charities and benefits put on by the Bezos. because Charlize Theron she worked a lot with her Africa Outreach project. They do work a lot with Jeff Bezos' ex's other charity, Blue Origin. Yep. So, because Charlize Theron, like, just sort of goes like, you know, she calls to attention the world's political crisis and that a reality that has caused many to criticize Bezos and Sanchez for their tone-deaf event, which attended by President Donald Trump's daughter, Ivanka.
I just, I know that every time you say, like, people are, like, protesting the wedding, I know you mean, like, the pomp and circumstance surrounding the wedding and the amount of wealth that went into it, but I just love the image of people protesting the marriage.
Iconic.
Yeah, honestly.
Iconic.
It's no secret that I don't like Jeff Bezos.
Really?
Does anyone?
I don't think anyone does. I know he's our Amazon overlord.
Oh yeah, I give him money like almost every day of my life because that's reality.
But it's
like,
not for him.
It's not for him.
It's not for him.
Yeah.
Jeff Bezos famously doesn't like music. Like, not a genre, music.
How
He
do you
doesn't
not
like
like
music.
music?
And so when he was in college, he memorized all the radio station call signs in order to have something to talk to people about, as if everyone just has a bunch of radio station call signs memorized.
What?
Yeah, he's a fucking psychopath.
A lot of these billionaires are.
Yeah.
What?
You have to be a psychopath to be a billionaire. Like, I think I think that's, like, at this point, just fact.
Yeah.
How do I become a psychopath?
Do you have empathy for other people?
Unfortunately.
Yeah,
So-
that already rules you out. So.
Yeah. Damn it. Just,
I wonder if there's a book for dummies on that.
I'm sure you can Amazon it. Get it express shipped.
Or you could do what the former Mrs. Bezos did and just, like, marry someone who becomes a billionaire and then divorce him and take a bunch of money.
Okay,
divorce
that's
and then give that
probably-
to charity.
That's
Yeah.
probably what I'll have to do.
Yeah. Sorry, Robert.
Love you. Bezos, watch out.
Bezos, watch out. She's coming for you. So, you know, Theron also continues. Here in Los Angeles, in the U.S., and across the globe, we're moving backwards fast. Immigration policy has destroyed the lives of families, not criminals. Women's rights are becoming less and less every day. Queer and trans lives are increasingly being erased, and gender-based violence is on the rise. And so, yes,
Oof.
that is like, to have it, and I mean, I'm not saying don't get married, but like the idea of dropping that much money in a time where we are all struggling, and especially when you're like rubbing hands or rubbing dicks with all like the evil Republicans, you know, it's hard to be like, good for you getting married. It's more like, I'm gonna construct a guillotine. Like, the French side of me is like calling for the guillotine.
Get ready, motherfuckers.
Vive la France. Yeah.
Bonjour.
Bonjour. Yeah. So that's that story. Cheyenne, do you have anything for us?
Girl, I've been moving. I've got nothing. I literally had to dedicate myself last night to just sit down and actually watch a reunion.
Which we will get into.
Thank God.
Well, let's move into the next story.
So I'm so sorry.
That's okay. That's okay.
Give me all the gossip, please.
I will.
And also, I didn't have internet until yesterday.
Oh,
so-
Jesus.
Yeah, it's been a rough.
Yeah, I think I was gonna bring was the
week.
Bezos wedding, so you jumped the gun on me on that one, which
Nice.
like happy to give you that, but like
Nice.
yeah. So that's
All
all I
right.
had.
What else do you got for us, Gabby?
Well, someone dropped this in the group chat. I think it was Dylan Jones. Said that Diddy was only found guilty on 2 charges.
Yes.
And he's been acquitted for all the other charges.
Oh my God. So yes, I did listen to that on a podcast. There's this true crime podcast that I listened to, and she recaps it. However, she said that she was looking into like other cases, and she thinks that he may get like 4 years tops jail time. Maybe.
So
Yeah, I'm hoping that A, court of public opinion happens, and B, that someone, at least one of the people, sues him civilly and
Like,
at least,
what
and
the
at least
fuck?
get some money out of him. Like,
Right? Because what the
Yeah.
fuck?
I know.
I'm baffled.
It's giving like
Jeff Bezos money. Imagine.
I mean, Diddy is extremely rich and stuff like that, and he has a lot of influence. So my little conspiracy theory is he got into the jury somehow.
yeah.
But
Yeah, I wouldn't discredit that, honestly.
no.
I think it's also like even if you didn't get into the jury, it's hard to have like a non-biased jury of your peers when you're such a prominent public figure.
You're
know.
fucking P. Diddy.
Yeah.
You know, like, how hard was it for them to find a jury?
I
You know what I'm saying? It's P. Diddy.
Yeah.
My kids know who P. Diddy is. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Just interviewing people for the jury, and it's like, okay, do you know who P. Diddy is? And they're like, no. How about Puff Daddy? Oh, yeah,
Oh.
no, I'm sorry, I'm
Goddamn.
out. Yeah, I know that guy.
Oh, Puffy. Yeah.
Yeah, or like, have you
Yeah.
read the news recently about Puff Daddy or P.
Yeah.
Diddy? And they'll be like, oh yeah, like it's fucking everywhere. I can't avoid it. And they're
Yeah.
like, okay, you're out. Like,
Yeah.
So what we know is Sean Diddy Combs was acquitted of racketeering and sex trafficking charges, and was just found guilty on 2 lesser charges of transportation of former girlfriends for prostitution, which carries a maximum sentence of 10 years in prison, which he's not going to see 10 years in prison.
No, God, no. And then
absolutely
what
not.
they'll do is they'll put the charges together.
Yeah.
Like, it's bullshit.
Yeah. So the verdict is seen as a victory for Combs, who was cleared of most of the serious charges, and his defense team opted not to call witnesses before it rested. The judge denied bail, so he's going to remain detained until his sentencing,
Which is good.
which has been set for this fall. And so, yeah, he's just been, like I said, acquitted from the racketeering, conspiracy, and sex trafficking charges related to allegations that he used his money, power, and frightening physical force to manipulate his girlfriends into hundreds of drug-fueled sex marathons with the men, which is, wow.
Sex marathons.
It's,
Ugh.
I can't, it's, I don't
Diddy.
know. It's, I'm like, how do men just keep getting away with this?
We need 50 Cent on this podcast right now.
I love that 50 Cent is such a hater.
He's literally the biggest hater when it comes to P. Diddy, and I live for it.
Yeah, it's disgusting and stuff like that. And there are like a lot of people like outside the courtroom being like, yeah, Diddy got acquitted, and they're like rubbing themselves with baby oil, and I'm like, what the fuck?
yeah, I don't even know what to say about it. I'm just upset.
Yeah.
Ew. Rubbing themselves with baby oil?
Yeah, because it was like,
Because he got acquitted? Because of the freak-offs?
Yeah.
Fucking weird.
I know.
People are fucked up.
I feel we're going so backwards that I don't know. I mean, I don't know what to expect.
I saw a headline yesterday that said his acquittal signals the end of the Me Too movement, and I wanted to throw myself off a cliff.
Oh God. Also,
Oh wow.
I know like this is such like a hating on billionaires for the right reason, and also like kind of a downer, but
On this podcast, we hate on billionaires.
yeah.
You're welcome.
Shit, sorry. It's my cat alarm.
Poor Dory. Poor thing. She's gonna starve. Yeah, and my
We hate
hatred is also,
billionaires.
also to like Harvey Weinstein, because he was also like affected by Me Too movement. And then when he was like,
He's like the fucking poster child. For
he
the Me Too
is,
movement.
and so when he was like going into the courtroom, he had like a walker to gain more sympathy. I wanted to get that walker and beat the shit out of him with it.
Like, just go over and kick it right out from underneath his fucking
And then just
hands.
take it and then just start fucking like with the chair like you would in
Like you're in
wrestling.
WWE.
Oh God! Oh, it's Gabby with the steel chair.
We don't support ableism on this podcast, but we do support calling out billionaires and millionaires who fake disabilities for clout.
Yes,
Allegedly fake disabilities.
allegedly. But it's just like, I don't even care if he was sickly. I would still beat the fuck out of him.
I'll still make fun of you because you're a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Not allegedly.
Not allegedly. Not allegedly. It is true. He's a piece of shit. Harvey Weinstein would have ruined Lord of the Rings. Because Lord of the Rings, okay.
What?
Okay, I need to know this. I
Yeah,
don't know. I have no idea what you're talking about
So
right now.
at first Peter Jackson went to Miramax,
Okay.
which is a Harvey Weinstein company.
Okay.
And Peter Jackson's been fighting and fighting and fighting for the Lord of the Rings trilogy to be made. He's like, it has to be a trilogy. We're gonna focus on movie 1, book 1, like movie 2, book 2, and stuff like that. But no, Harvey Weinstein wanted to condense the fuck out of it and just like great, now I'm stalling. My brain just went
He just
completely.
wanted to make like one big movie because he didn't want to take the chance on financing 3
Yes.
movies if like the first one
Yes.
went down bad. Yeah.
So like a
And-
4-hour movie, essentially.
Probably.
Oh my god.
And
If your book is 3 inches thick, you can't condense it down into one movie.
yeah. And the idea of like Peter Jackson, he designed some of the orcs based on Harvey Weinstein. This is alleged. It's not true.
I have heard this though,
Yeah.
yeah.
So this is based on the anecdotes shared by Elijah Wood, who plays Frodo in the films, and which is the result between the conflicts of Harvey Weinstein and Peter Jackson during the production of the movies. So Harvey Weinstein tried to like get the movies, like the number of movies, down to like 1 or 2 movies, and he also tried to replace Peter Jackson with other directors, which I cannot imagine. I'm such a fucking Lord of the Rings fan, like the movies. I could not imagine it without Peter Jackson. Also, Harvey Weinstein's a piece of shit.
Period.
You know what? I'm so
Let's drink to
happy
that.
that New Line Cinema. I don't.
Josh, insert sounds of glasses clinking.
Yeah. Sorry, I really had to take a sip. ASMR. Yeah, and God, the anyways, moving on.
Billionaires are pieces of shit.
Yeah, moving on.
Do you have anything cheerful for us?
No. Oh! No, because we're going to go into the Secret Lives of Mormon Wives Reunion.
Oh,
So this is news, but also what we've been watching, because lovely Video Boy mentioned that the reunion will be streaming.
yeah, the reunion was released 2 days before our big main episode on Secret Lives of Mormon Wives was released. So
Yeah.
The group chat has been exploding since Tuesday.
Has.
Yeah.
It sure has.
It has. Like,
Sit back and get ready for a ride, everybody.
so the girls and their husbands were back for the season 2 reunion, and so this is kind of what we have. Nick Vial. I just realized who this man was.
It's Buddy from the Vial Files.
Yeah, the Vial
Yeah.
Files, a podcast, and he was also on The Bachelor, as well as he was runner-up for 2 consecutive seasons of The Bachelorette.
Oh.
Yeah, he's been
Okay.
Yeah, he's
I think he's cute too, and I love how he calls people out on their shit.
Oh
He's
my God,
real,
yes.
so
He does.
Yeah, it was funny watching it. There were some parts where I was like, oh, you're kissing ass a little bit, okay, but like so much of it he was just like, no, I'm gonna keep pushing this question.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think it was good. I think it was good, keeping Whitney on her shit. Taylor, everyone.
Yeah.
He did not give Whitney an inch.
No, he did not. God love him.
No.
Like multiple times he called
Because-
her out and pushed her until she gave a response.
Yeah, because like she has like the gift of white women tears,
Yeah, oh my God, she does.
where like when she starts crying, you automatically feel bad, and then I'm like, I have to be like, no, bad white women tears, bad.
She's also avoidant as fuck. Like,
Yes.
one thing that they did talk about that I really, because I watched it twice, because I watched it last night again to refresh my memory, and
So he kept like just pounding her and was like, "You don't take accountability."
yeah, and like even in the episode, she won't take accountability for never taking accountability.
Yeah,
Like, come on,
Whitney
girl.
is insane for that. Like, just, and I'm like, girl,
Taylor's like, "I take accountability.
Yeah,
I think I'm good at it." And she's like,
Yeah.
Whitney's like, I think I'm good at it too.
Taylor does terrible things, but
She
I
does.
have more respect for her than I do for Whitney.
Yeah.
I agree. Because listen, if you do stupid shit, I mean, we're all human.
Yeah.
It is
Yeah.
what it is. Even if it goes time and time and time again, as long as you're like, yeah, I know I do stupid shit. Okay, I can fuck with you.
Yeah,
You
and I
know?
think with all of them, like, I mean, this is like a millennial problem in general, but I think,
Period.
But like with them in particular, and I think it's because of like the particular Mormon culture they grew up in.
yeah,
There is a certain level of emotional immaturity.
Mm-hmm.
And,
Yes.
like, they are all a little bit stuck in adolescence.
Oh
And I
my
think
God,
that's,
yeah.
I think that a part of that is like the cultural expectation that they will be taken care of by their parents and
Yeah.
then by their husband.
yeah,
And then it's like, it just makes it even weirder, like when you see them with their kids too.
Yeah.
Because like I myself am a mother, so just seeing them, like the way they interact with their children and like
The
I don't
only
know,
one
it's
I've
weird.
seen sort of acknowledge and we're using this word a lot, but like take accountability for her children, honestly, is Layla, who first of all is the youngest.
yeah,
right?
But also, like, I don't want to like get too far into this because like it's obviously a very sensitive topic, but she talks about how she has
Yeah.
an eating disorder and
Yeah.
how she self-harms, and she said that the thing that made her stop self-harming was that her son asked her about her scars, and she was like, I can't put
Yeah.
my trauma onto my children.
Yeah, and that's so.
And I
I
don't want
literally
that. Yeah.
have chills all over my body because honestly, that's so real, and that's why I respect her so goddamn much, solely based on the fact that like,
yeah.
literally as soon as you have that kid and like you are a good fucking mother, ride or die for them.
Yeah.
You literally will do like you don't matter anymore.
Yeah, she
You know
still
what I
has
mean?
a little bit of like
Naivety. 'Cause
Naivety,
She's
and-
Of course.
so young.
But
Yeah,
she's
that's
young.
what I was gonna say. Yeah, she's so young, and like I was this like I don't think I could say any different about me when I was
Yeah.
23. So like I certainly can't blame her for that, and like she sometimes like doesn't quite read the room very well. But again, she's only 23.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like, and
Yeah.
that will come with time.
Oh, absolutely. Like her children, literally, they're gonna grow because by the time I was 23, I had my third child.
Yeah.
So by the time like, she hits her 30s or even like later 20s, her kids are going to grow up with her and they're going to be like, yeah, my mom rocks and I don't care. Like it's so cool that I got to see the worst going into the best part of her because my children literally, they say all the time like, yeah, you're a cool mom, but like we really like you a lot now.
Yeah.
Because I got my shit together
Yeah.
ish
Yeah.
now.
On the other hand, Michaela, like, she seems so much older than Layla. She's only, like, a year older than Layla.
Yeah.
Or, like, maybe a year and a half.
Yeah.
She seems so much older. I think part of that is just the way she speaks. Also the fact that, like, even though they're only a couple years apart, she had a kid at 16. So she had children much younger than Layla did.
Yeah.
Yes.
But then, like, you still see it sometimes. I'm like, oh, like, why is Michaela acting sort of bitchy and catty? I'm like, oh, right, she's 25.
Yes, exactly, exactly.
Yeah. Like, even though, like, my brain fully developed at 25, like, I was still, like, had some emotional immaturity.
Oh, I still do.
Yeah. Into my 30s.
Yeah.
Like,
I still do,
And like I said, it's a millennial problem, and it just takes us a little longer because of what we went through. And, like, in my case, in my personal case, like, it's definitely privilege related as well. Like, I was supported in a way a lot of people my age weren't supported.
Same.
And that allowed me to sort of linger in adolescence.
Yeah.
Fair. So I grew up super fast because, you know, I was cooking eggs at 6 years old. I had to help watch my older brother because my mom worked nights and my dad worked days. So, you know, like, mine's literally from trauma.
Yeah. Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah, my trauma kept me young. Your trauma grew you up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah. I mean, I still have, like, some emotional immaturity because I've also, like, I've been staying at home for such a long time too. And I'm like, I feel like I'm, like, so stunted compared to, like, other people because I'm just like, I'm still living at home. I can't afford to move out and stuff like that. Like, I don't have that, like, financial stability to move out and to actually grow as a person. So part of me is just like, oh my God, am I be living at home for the rest of my life? Like, it's
scary.
It is.
It's free. The world is fucking scary.
Because I'm also just like, I want to move out. I want to grow. I want to develop. I want to have, like, nice relationships. I can grow outside of being home all the time. So it's just like, and I feel like I'm holding myself back. And it's like, but I don't know where to start.
Right? Like, how do I dip my toes in the freaking water?
Yeah. I do get that. And then, but on the other hand, like, the culture of, like, fully being, like, fully independent and not needing any support is a very sort of white Western mindset, especially in North America. Like,
yeah.
And I think, like, it's a cultural thing that, like, a lot of other cultures don't do.
Yeah.
And a lot of cultures are much more about community support. And I think
Yeah.
it is a detriment to us as, like,
Yeah.
white Western people that we are so independent minded.
Yeah.
So.
And I think that's why, like, Taylor in the reunion, like, she's spiraling because she says that, like, while she was married to her husband, she was always loyal to him.
Yeah.
And, like, it was just, like, towards the end of, like, the whole relationship that she started, like, crossing boundaries and lines when it came to the swinging.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that has something to do with the
It's-
fact that, you know,
Yeah.
she's young and scared and terrified and needed all these people to help take care of her. And then she's like,
Yeah.
okay, maybe I need to take care of myself. How the fuck do I do this?
Yeah, she was only in her 20s when she got divorced.
Yeah. Like, young 20s, like early 20s.
I think she was in her, like, mid to late 20s when she got divorced, but she was very young when she
Yeah.
got married because she was married for, like, 6+ years.
Yeah. And yeah, and so it's just been, like, this super shitty, I get where they're coming from when they're just like, we create a mom talk to have, like, a women-centric community where we can all support each other.
Which we love that. But it's not
It's
that.
great on paper. It's like communism, great on paper.
Right?
But we'll put it into practice. Sometimes it's not right. But in this case, I'm also pretty communist, but
Oh yeah, I'm all about the principles of it. It's just, you know, there's certain world examples didn't quite work out.
yeah. And it's also, like, just going on from Taylor, like, the whole Dakota thing.
I'm exhausted.
It's like,
So are all the other people there.
Right.
it's like so fucking exhausting. Like you have like the women being like, oh my god, this again, and like the guys in the fucking green room being like, you could still have him.
Oh my
The second time I
God.
watched it, I realized they were calling the green room the man cave, by the way.
Oh,
Yeah.
But yeah, the guys being like, you can just have him if you want him, you can just have him, and then like all the girls like I think Nick is like, do you think that Taylor and Dakota should get back together? And all the girls are like, no!
Yeah.
They're just like, just fucking end it. Like, you
Well,
can see them rolling their eyes. They're all so fed up. They're all
It's
so fed up.
just so freaking sad because, like, I understand where Dakota's coming from. Like, I get it. You were at a very broken place in your life for sure.
Yeah.
And so was Taylor. But, like, hurt people fucking hurt people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
It's actually
This
so
isn't
sad.
love, it's trauma bond.
No, exactly. And you cannot build love off of fucking trauma bonding. You can't.
No.
So put it to rest.
Yes.
Y'all can be friends. If you want to fuck every once in a while, then whatever, do it.
Yeah.
But, like, y'all don't
Yeah.
need to be in a
I
relationship.
think they need to not speak for like 2 months.
Literally.
And then just like go back to co-parenting, and then maybe they can be friends. But
Yeah.
like, this is just like my perspective.
But
Yeah, I
then again,
agree.
it wouldn't last. They would go straight back into fucking, and then
my God,
whatever the
yeah.
fuck they would be doing, because
Listen.
like it's like a constant cycle of them going through everything.
Speaking of extended adolescence, though, I just like Dakota's defense being like, I literally love you so much. I just couldn't get over the way he said, like, it's like this huge emotional moment, and like I just was cracking up.
I know.
I literally love you so much.
Reminds
Okay,
me
well
of
then
the
fucking show it.
intervention meme.
Dude.
I still love you.
Honestly, Josh would just have to say, I still love you. And then I'm like, ah! That always gets, it's such a, that episode of Intervention is such an emotional one, but also it's just like, that childish part of my brain is like, someone says that and I know it's coming, I'm gonna laugh my fucking ass off. Because that is like a trigger for me to laugh.
I don't think there's any version of it that I hear in my head other than auto-tuned. So, like, when I remember it, I hear the auto-tuned version of it.
Yeah.
I do need to just quote one more ridiculous thing Dakota said, where, and it's about the way he said it more than the thing that he said, but he was like, and like, being pregnant, like, I don't know what that was like for you.
Okay.
I've never been through that.
No.
I do have to say, when Dakota was like getting up, I think first up into the leaving the man cave to go to the set, and he's like, man, I don't know what to do without Jordan. And Jordan's like, don't worry, I'm there for you, kitten whiskers. And then Dakota's like, oh yeah, your boyfriend. And then like he shuts it down. He's like, we're just friends.
Oh my god.
They definitely touched peckers. For
when they
sure.
talked about docking, I was like, this is not the docking I've heard of.
No. What was the docking again? Because I think it was
So their docking was like,
wet
wet
the hot dog.
grinding.
The
Yeah,
hot
like
dog.
grinding.
The
The
way
hot
they
dog.
explain it was the hot dog and a bun.
That's not docking.
That's not docking.
Docking is when you like touch penises together, and is it with like the fucking foreskin that you like?
Yeah, you have to, like,
Resident penis haver chiming
lock,
in.
Like, airlock with the foreskin. Like,
Oh,
like
God.
spaceships connecting.
Yeah, so when
My
Nick was just brought
virgin
up,
ears, guys.
when Nick was just like, yeah, so I think it was Jordan. He asked, like, Jordan, you look like you know what docking in. And I was like, what the fuck
No,
is happening
Dakota.
right now?
He said it's
Oh,
a Dakota. Yeah.
And I was like, whoa, okay.
And then it went like, and then it
Now
just
we
went
know
to
what's
like,
happening
you're
at
just
dad
grinding.
talk.
Okay, I don't care anymore.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. I
Yeah.
know what's happening at dad talk now.
And dirking? Was that the other one? Dirking? I can't
Chuffing?
remember.
Anyways, it's like basically like dry humping with your clothes on, and
They were like, everyone here dirked. Or
I did appreciate when
whatever
he was
the
like,
fuck it
why are
was.
Mormons so particular about holes?
Holes? Oh my god.
because fucking Michaela. This
Because
is just,
Michaela's bowl of poop!
honestly, so basically, girl, Michaela, what the fuck? So you did coffee.
She likes a coffee enema.
Coffee enemas, which are
It's a Mormon
not
thing.
good for you.
They're not good for you. It is a Mormon thing. Mormons get addicted to coffee enemas because they're not allowed to drink coffee.
Just drink a fucking cup of coffee.
I'm
I
going
don't
to drink a
understand
cup of
why this
coffee.
is so fucking hard and why I'm crashing out so hard over this, but drink a fucking cup of coffee. I'm sure your Mormon God will forgive you for having one fucking latte every once in a while. As long as you go to fucking temple, be like, I'm sorry, God, for having a cup of coffee. But then again, taking a tube and shoving it up your ass for like a fucking coffee enema, that's fine. That's a loophole.
Yeah. So, also, like, you know, if you want to shove coffee up your ass in the privacy of your own home, that's fine. I'm not here to kink shame.
I am.
She is showing the bowl
Of
full
shit.
of her poop, and she was like, this was my haul this morning.
Shit, girl, you are so fucking disgusting.
With the tongs.
With the tongs!
At her kitchen island.
She was in her kitchen! She was in her kitchen! Are those her kitchen tongs? Does
This
she
is
use that
what
pot
I'm
to cook?
saying.
I don't know.
I
Michaela,
had to one-up Whitney with the pregnancy test in the cake. No, bitch, that's gross.
that is more disgusting.
Absolutely more disgusting. She did one up her, because it is way more gross.
Yes.
Yeah. It's honest, Jesus fucking Christ. Because
Not the poop bowl.
And at least Whitney was just kind of being a bit dumb and oblivious when she put the pregnancy test
Yes,
in the cake.
yeah.
this was intentional.
This was intentional. She chose to show them her poop.
That is disgusting. Also, like, what the fuck? Michaela, I'm never going to your fucking house.
No.
She never invited me in the first place, but I'm never going to your fucking house for dinner. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Like, if you come, you're not bringing food, and you have to wear a fucking hazmat suit because whatever your fucking little fingers touched with those, like, fucking shit bowl,
No,
I don't
thank
want
you.
it. It is disgusting, and I'm getting nauseous now. And it's just,
Yeah,
girl,
Michaela used to be my favorite, and now I'm like, I think just like on this alone, Layla's reaching the top of the pile. Like,
Layla is our queen. Layla
Yeah.
is, like, the tippiest top.
She
Yeah.
still has not had an orgasm with a man.
but she loves her vibrator.
But she loves her vibe.
Yeah. I fucking...
We love you, queen.
We love you, Layla. Oh my god, girl. You... Anyways. Also, in the reunion, Demi wasn't there. She was
Oh.
at Disneyland.
Oh.
because
With her 90-year-old husband.
Oh, yeah,
despite
that's
what
right.
we saw at the end of season 2 with her getting kicked out,
Yeah.
she chose to step away from the group to protect her peace.
She is such a gaslighter.
Oh
And
my
I'm telling you
fuck.
right now, it's because she is literally married to an old man. He is literally, like, throwing all of his ways onto her.
Yeah.
It's actually insane.
Oh my god,
'Cause-
like, the recording of the phone call, like, absolutely, like, he was orchestrating all of that.
Yes!
Oh my god.
And then when he was like, oh, like, he was even like, she like called herself a victim, which like was ridiculous to start with, but then he was like trying to like, even he in that phone call was like, I don't know if I like the word victim.
Yeah. Like, what?
Oh my god. It's just such, like, everyone in the show except for Layla is so... I mean, Layla, Michaela, I think they're, like, not as bad. Michaela, it's getting annoying the way that she's constantly riffing on Whitney. I get it, girl. That is super, super, I understand. You know, like, it'd be hard to be Whitney's friend, I
Yeah.
feel. But it's just constant. I'm like, girl, like, we get it.
Yeah.
But it's understandable. But it's just like, everyone just fucking sucks. And it's just, I think this whole idea of, like, Murciano from the Vanderpump Villa
Yeah.
allegedly having sex with Demi, but then
And or Jesse.
or Jesse. I feel like
With the cease and desist?
Oh, yeah. So actually, yeah, let's get into this a little bit.
Please.
Sorry, I'm definitely like
no, please.
distracting you from this topic, but like, so all through season 2, I don't know how much we got into it on like our main episode, but like there's like this rumor of like a cease and desist and something happening on Vanderpump Villa with
Yes.
Demi and Marciano. And so Nick asks directly Jen about like what happened.
Yeah, like,
with
give me
Vanderpump
the
Villa.
tea.
Yeah.
And she was like, I have the receipts.
Yes.
And she has a recording, and the recording is a phone call between her and Demi and Brett, and Zach was also there. It's the first time I actually liked Zach in that.
Me
game.
too!
Absolutely was like standing
Me
up for
too!
her and just like laying
Yeah.
out what happened.
Yeah. He was like, I just had to hit record.
Yeah, he hit record, and it is a recording
Shocking.
of Demi
Worst person you know does something right.
Right?
giving Jen a fucking script
Oh.
of what to say
Yeah.
about how much she
I think you
admires
should
and looks
just
up to
do
Demi
this.
and Brett's relationship.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Yeah. Like,
Oh my
ick.
God.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah, and like you can tell that it just like that was a snippet. You can tell it goes on for like ever.
Oh yeah.
For sure.
Oh yeah.
Ick.
It's Demi girl, you're at the bottom for me right now.
I agree.
Also, when Jesse showed Nick the quote unquote receipts, it's very like, you know, between. Sorry, I have to sneeze.
The cat came into the room. You want to say hi?
That was the cutest sneeze.
Oh no!
Oh no.
You want to say hi? You smell like cat litter. Yes, you do. Oh no! I spilled on the floor.
Josh is protecting the gear from the cat. Yeah, I feel like I was reading the text messages that they showed on screen, and it's just like it's joking. I feel like that's not a lot. Like they're not sexting or anything. I mean, I guess you could take like the whole oyster thing to be like a sexual innuendo.
What,
I feel
what
like I
does the clam mean?
Oh god.
Oh, like the bit where they're like, yeah, it's just like swallowing cum with the oyster.
Yeah.
I mean, it's crass, but like I don't know. I would say that to either of you.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, just the way that they were like, it's just like swallowing and then silence.
Oh,
Like
Nick.
swallowing and it's still silence.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's just the word come.
Yeah. I know.
Like we say come all the time. Come
But
over
they're
here.
Mormons.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
they do a lot of
Forgot.
that like fake swearing on the show. They'd be like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah. Or like Jen was really holy this reunion. She's like, "Oh, holy moly."
Yeah. Oh my god, she was kind of adorable.
She
in
was.
the reunion.
Listen, I think she looks very cute with her big old pregnant belly.
Oh my
and
God.
her freaking dress.
Her hair and her earring, she was on point.
Yeah.
I thought she was so cute.
She was
she's
really
going
cute.
she's going to another reality TV show.
Yeah.
She's going. So it's funny at the end of the episode, they were like, okay.
Nick did that to fuck with her.
Oh, so basically, Nick was like, okay, I hear that whoever's going on Dancing with the Stars.
Here's the big surprise.
And people, they're talking like how both Jen was a dancer, Whitney was a dancer, and like, Jen, you're going to Dancing with the Stars. And
Because
then,
it was her lifelong dream.
yeah, and then you see
Yeah.
Whitney like scowling and being like,
Yeah.
Yeah, of course I'm going to be front row and center rooting for you.
yeah. And then when
Congratulations.
I did like the moment though when Whitney found out that she's also going to Dancing with the Stars, and
And she like jumped into Connor's arms and he
Yeah.
spun her around. That was adorable.
I know.
That was
Yeah.
adorable. Yeah. Hate Whitney, adore Connor.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like season 1 Connor, I hated him, but I think it was
Season
just,
1 Connor, I hated him too. I talked a lot of shit.
Yeah, but I was like,
but now I get it.
yeah.
So-
First of all, now I get it, but also like I think I was also like the thing I hated about him was just like all of his haircuts.
Yeah.
His personality was fine.
So I feel, because we brought up Connor, I feel like trigger warning. Give us a couple minutes to talk about this. We're not going to stay on it, but Connor does bring up a very traumatic thing that's happened to him. So trigger warning, this has to deal with child sexual assault. So the reunion got into like the really heavy topic that what happened with Connor. So he's been assaulted when he was a child, and he's been struggling with a sex addiction ever since. So I do have to say Connor did not deserve whatever he got, hate from the audience, and my heart goes out to him, and I wish him well.
Absolutely.
Um,
Super brave to come out and tell your story, and like
Yeah.
now
Yeah.
I'm sure he's building like a platform to help other people too. Like,
Yeah.
you know, because there's a big huge stigma around men sharing you know, traumatic things that have happened.
Yeah, and I really appreciated, first of all, how like the other people reacted, because like they're such a catty petty group, but
The
they
way
all
Taylor
reacted
got
really
up.
well.
Yeah.
You know, Taylor came and gave him a hug,
Oh.
and then because Michaela had a similar reveal during season 2 of Mormon Wives, she actually had a really beautiful speech about how Connor
reached out to
her and encouraged her to seek help.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say about it. My heart goes out to you, bud.
We love you.
Yeah. And it was also, I guess, moving on, there's another heavy topic of Jen dealing with her prenatal depression and suicide ideation. That was, I understand, because I feel like it was like a lot of hormones, a lot of, like, especially when you're in such a shitty situation with your Q-tip of a husband. To have such dark thoughts to the point where you don't want to be here anymore is a scary thing.
Yeah, I'm going through like a very minor hormone rebalance right now, and it's like it's messing me up so bad. So I can't imagine how bad it is when you are like dealing with a massive pregnancy hormone flood.
It's crazy. Yeah. It's crazy. It's so insane because, like, not only do you not feel in tune with your body, sorry, you don't feel in tune, like,
Sorry.
It's okay.
I just choked up. Spit. Oh, God.
Okay, so you want to start over and
Yeah.
it's crazy?
Yeah. You should. I'm going to cut that.
Yeah. So yeah, like, I've never dealt with pregnancy. Cheyenne, you've had?
Yeah, so it's actually crazy because not only do you not feel in tune with your body because, you know, you're gaining weight, the acne, your hair starts falling out, and, like, essentially your belly's getting huge, you lose your center of balance, you just, like, your whole life changes so freaking fast that you're like, what is going on? Like, what is happening, you know? And it takes a really strong person to just be like, okay, this is good, this is beautiful. Pregnancy is not beautiful. And, like, spoiler alert, guys, whoever said pregnancy was beautiful was either a man or was never pregnant, because it's not fun. It's not beautiful. I mean, it's great. At the end of the day, you get this freaking beautiful peanut that you get to keep forever. So that's cool. But it's just so hard when all of you is literally being sucked into another life.
Yeah.
It's hard to stay positive. It really is. So
Yeah.
I felt that.
Jen had her children really close together too.
Yes.
It feels like she did not get a break. It sort of reminds me of in Britney Spears' memoir, she talks about when she had her kids and how she had so little time between them that she was essentially pregnant for 2 years. And I feel like Jen has had like a few months off in the last 3 years.
So that was the same with me and my two oldest daughters. I went in at 9 months to go, like, get my daughter her 9-month needles, and I found out I was 2 months pregnant.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah, like it's crazy. You know, and then again you're like, oh yay, I'm finally starting to feel better, and then you're like, oh shit, wait a minute, let's go again. It's literally a roller coaster.
Oh my God.
It is.
Kids
are great though. It's like, you know, being pregnant's great and having babies is wonderful, but, like, the constant mental health battle, like, inside of your freaking mind is crazy.
Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah, Jen's thing sort of choked me up a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. I've had such thoughts to the point where I was like, you know what? I'm sharing this now because it's like because I understand where she's coming from, and I've been there too, and also with Layla, and I was like, you know what? My heart goes out to them. It's such to have those thoughts and to do like self-harm and stuff like that. It's coming from a point of like not like understanding that, you know, not to say the cliche of like, oh, it gets better. That may or may not happen.
Exactly.
I'm not saying like it'll get better. No, maybe, yes, I don't know. But, you know, for Layla to like step up and be like, you know what, I'm gonna do this for my kids. And sometimes, like, you know, like not to have her put all of her thing like, I'm only doing this for my kids, not herself, but it's like it could be a good stepping point. You know, like, I'm gonna do this for my kids, and then if you can build upon that and be like, oh, it's also nice that I'm doing it for myself.
I remember distinctly one time, like, talking to my therapist when I was in a really dark place, and she was like, what's your motivation right now? And I was like, honestly, my motivation is doing it for the person that I, like, know that I would be hurting if I didn't work to get better.
Yeah. It's, you know, it's, oh my God, I'm actually getting a little teared up now.
Oh.
You know, it's really hard. It's, you know, I've been better for like the past couple months and stuff like that. It's been a lot better for me because I've had the opportunity to work with such amazing people and to do what I actually want to do. I mean, but I have been there, and to the point where you're struggling, like there's no light at the end of the tunnel. And there is, you know, like it could be something as simple as like, you know, having your pet or like your friends and stuff like that. Like it's,
yeah, no matter how bad I am, I have to be up by 9 to feed my pets.
Yeah.
And I can go back to bed after if I want to, but I have to get up and feed them.
Yeah.
So,
like find that purpose.
Yeah.
So
Like I said, I'm not going to go into such a deep dive with these such heavy topics.
Mental health matters, guys.
Mental health does matter, and I do feel like I'm incapable of discussing these topics correctly as of right now, because, like, you know, like, we're supposed to be like a reality TV show. Podcast.
Yeah. We could definitely get into some stuff. I'm on my 5th SSRI, but like...
Yeah. So I also want to say in our description, we will have National Mental Health Resource page for our Canadian and American listeners, which, you know, because we've been dealing with such topics and it can be very triggering, and, you know, we don't want people to feel sad or get triggered or, you know, feel bad about themselves. And so, you know, I highly urge everyone to, like, seek help and use the resources available. So, in that case, I think maybe it's time.
Yeah, I think that's a good note to end it on.
I agree.
Well, tune in next time for Murder in Small Town X.
I'll try to find some
show that I'm sure has nothing depressing about it at all.
No, my God. Every time I think I choose a show, I'm like, oh, this is going to be nice and lighthearted, and then it just ends up. It's not.
You just have too much empathy, Gabby.
I do. I have too much empathy.
Oh, hey, you can't be a billionaire.
I'm an empath. Hashtag I'm an empath.
Hashtag
move over, Shane Dawson. I'm the original empath.
I've never met someone who identifies as an empath
and is actually an empath.
Yeah.
No, you are not empathic if you say you're an empath.
Oh no, they're always the biggest, like, narcissist. Like, they're absolutely, like, they will ask you a question just to then tune out and wait for your mouth to stop moving so they can tell you the story they had locked in.
I'm so fucking dead.
Yeah. It's insane. But
I'm an empath.
You can follow us. It feels so weird right after going into such, like, a deep, like, emotional spiel to be like, follow us on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter. I'm not saying X. The Blue Sky, Patreon. We've got a delicious little $5 tier where you can watch the Hose Town.
Yeah, it's our after show where Josh and Dylan and I chime in on our thoughts about the recorded episode.
Yes.
And talk about other gross stuff too. It's pretty much a free for all.
Yeah, if you want to listen to 10 minutes straight about Cheyenne's poop,
please
subscribe to Patreon.
Subscribe to Patreon.
Please come on over.
It's not in a bowl in the kitchen, but
no, it's not.
The next best thing.
No, it's not in a bowl.
No,
and it wasn't from a coffee enema.
Yeah. Also, if you want to see our faces, you can watch us on YouTube.
Oh yes.
Yeah, you can watch us on YouTube.
Every 2 weeks, we've got a video episode.
We do. Every 2 weeks, watch us. Watch me, you know, wear sunglasses and then take them off halfway through because...
Whippin' nay.
God. All right, goodbye.
Okay, bye, boogers.
Bye.
I need a McMuff.
Dive into this McMuff.
Yo, it's Gorilla Central out there. Get the fuck up. Juice heads everywhere.
I don't think that he's good for you. How do you know what's good for me? That's my opinion! Are you kidding me?
I swear to God,
Stop.
don't be
What are you
throw
doing?
the thing on me. I'll hurt you.
Welcome to BoobTube.
This has been a Haunted Mouse production. Cut that out.